for sharing my family's own personal tragedy. 240 innocent Israeli civilians and foreign nationals were taken hostage to the Gaza Strip. Since then, more than 30 days have passed without any sign of life nor any substantial involvement of the ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross. This is outrageous. In my career, spending over 2 decades as a doctor, I've sworn to treat all patients without discrimination, regardless of their nationality, ethnicity, means, or beliefs. I've encountered countless ethical dilemmas, but I've never wavered in upholding this fundamental principle. Our profession's commitment to this principle is unwavering. With this perspective in mind, I believe we are justified in expecting the same level of commitment from the International Committee of the Red Cross. I'd like to address the ICRC leadership around the world and pose a simple question. Have you forgotten your mission? Allow me to quote your own words. The ICRC is a neutral, impartial, and independent organization with an exclusively humanitarian mandate that stems from the Geneva Convention of 1949. It helps people around the world affected by armed conflict and other violence, doing everything it can to protect their lives and dignity and to relieve their suffering. So I ask, what are you doing for the hostages in Gaza, captured in an act of criminal warfare? It has been over 30 agonizing days since we have heard a word about any of the hostages. It has been over 30 agonizing days since I have heard a word about 7 of my own family members kidnapped on that fateful day. It has been over 30 agonizing days since 240 innocent human beings were abducted, kidnapped, taken, captured by emissaries of evil, and we haven't received anything from you, not even a sign of life. Who is caring for the hostages suffering from severe asthma, COPD, cancer, diabetes, amputations, hypertension, autoimmune diseases, and other conditions that pose an imminent risk to their lives? There is evidence that several hostages were injured while being kidnapped. Who is treating their wounds? Who can assure the sanitary conditions needed to avoid fatal complications? There are helpless babies and children among the hostages, separated from their families. Who is caring for them? We hold you accountable to your own credo. We cannot accept impassiveness while innocent lives are at stake, especially from the only organization with the mandate, experience, and the resources to act in such a crisis. I implore you to live up to your declarations and take immediate action to protect the hostages' lives and dignity and relieve their suffering, and to shout loudly and clearly that any group preventing your access is committing a war crime, a crime against humanity. There are 240 hostages in Gaza. You owe it